welcome back to my craft room. I am super excited today. I am participating in Rachel and Bella Crafts Be Summer Inspired collaboration, and I am very excited to be participating in this. So I am September 12th, and I am the letter Y. So this has been going on since October 14th. And if you haven't checked out Rachel and Bella's videos, go back to the 14th and watch that one. She has some free digitals and also talks about the giveaway that's going along with this. And then every Sunday, where you see the little asterisk, she does a video and she has freebies on her Ko-Fi website. So I will link all that information down below, and make sure you watch all of these awesome videos. I have watched almost all of them. I'm still getting through all of them, and they have just been wonderful videos. Everyone has been so creative, and you also can search the hashtag BEE Summer Inspired, and you can search that on YouTube and also all over on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And what she did is she assigned each of us a letter of the alphabet. I had the letter Y, and she gave us a little tip, some prompts if we wanted to use them, and each letter you can see here. So for the letter Y, she suggested yard games, yellow, yacht, yarn, and yellowed pages. And so I am using yellow and yellowed pages and yarn. I think primarily are the letters that I'm going to use as we go along here. I have a couple, 2 to 3 different little projects that I am going to do and use her digitals. So the freebies that she has, you can use the freebies to make these different projects. You can also go and purchase her kits. One of the kits, and I will make sure to link this down below as well, or you can just take a screenshot of it here. But one of the kits that she so graciously let us use is Sounds of Summer. So you can also go get that on her Ko-Fi website. And then also it's the Truly Blue kit and Nana's Roses are the other 2 kits that we were gifted to us to use in this collaboration. So I'm going to be using from the Sounds of Summer and the True Blue kit, and also I think yes, I ended up using a couple from Nana's Roses as well, and I'll point that out as the video goes along. So make sure to stick around, and I'll have all the information down below. I will also list down below all these different folks, so you could just click on the link below to go to their channel and watch their video. And if you subscribe and comment on everybody's channels, then you'll be entered into the giveaway. But Rachel talks about that on the 14th of August, so go watch that video if you missed it. And it's a way to kind of help all of us small channels. So I really want to thank Rach and Bella for including me in this. And Y was a tough letter for me. I have to give you all the down low. So it took me some time to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. And it's been fun kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone and trying to come up with some ideas for you all. And yeah, so with that, let's get started. For my first project, I am going to utilize this page here. This is from the Sounds of Summer, make sure, yeah, Sounds of Summer kit. This is one of the journal pages, and I cut out, this little girl was right here, so I cut her out, and I am going to start with that for now. And I can definitely use this to make some tags, or use it to make some clusters or collage, so you definitely can use up the whole page. And what I'm going to do is make a journal cover. And what I have done thus far is I cut out this paper, and this is where I'm, the Y that I'm using for this is yellow, and I cut out this paper on my Cricut. So I also cut out a piece of this brown cardstock and then sewed these two pieces together. And it's really nice that I can have the Cricut cut out a really nice shape, and I can use this for my journal cover. And to give it some extra stability, I cut out another piece that I am going to glue this to, like that. And yeah, I think this is just going to be a darling little journal cover. And the thought I have is that then I can just glue this down onto some thicker cardstock or onto the cover of the journal, almost like a journal topper, if you will. So yeah, so let's get going. So I drew a little square here to kind of help me center where I want to glue this down, so that I get it all lined up just perfectly, or as close to perfect as I can get. And then I'll glue the top on. So I love this image. It kind of reminds me of my granddaughter. That was one of the things that I really liked about it. So I'm going to try to leave this here and just put a little glue stick. And I inked around all the edges as well as did the sewing off camera, just to kind of speed things up a little bit. Let me hold that up. I think that looks nice. Yeah, when I saw the sunflowers in this image, I knew I had this in my stash, so I knew this would be a fun thing to use as the cover. I also thought about using fabric, so all kinds of different ways. And hopefully that still is all lined up here. Perfect. Isn't she the cutest little thing? The one thought I had was even maybe putting a piece of vellum over her, just to kind of give it a little extra, extra. But I kind of like it without it. And what I do sometimes when I can't decide, I have two different ways I want to do something and I can't decide, I'll take pictures of them, and because they look different on your phone. And so yeah, I take pictures of them, and I liked the picture like this without the vellum. And then I am just going to put some of my, I love this reptile glue. Put this around here. And I don't want it to spill out onto the little girl. And I'm just going to spread this out a little bit. I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if you've ever purchased one of RachandBella's kits before and used them. All right, let's see if I can line this up and get it straight. I'm going to pick it up so that I can see what I am doing. And you don't have to put the back on it if you were going to glue this down onto a journal cover. You could just glue it straight to the cover. But I just thought this would give it a little more strength. And then I'll probably, once the glue dries, if I need to go add a little more glue around the edges, then I will. I love using these to spread glue. Kind of keeps my hands from getting too gluey. And I got ink all over them, printing out all these digitals. I'll show you some of the other ones I've printed out. That is just so stinking cute. And then I also, in the kit, there is a whole page of fun words. And so I printed out this one here. Summer is when days are brighter and spirits are lighter. And I thought that would be fun to use and put on here. And I did some really messy sewing, backed it on a little bit of the brown cardstock. I also was looking at maybe adding some of these yellow sunflowers here. And I like this lace. It kind of mimics the ruffle in her dress. And I thought that might be pretty right there. So I think I'm going to try to put this down, see if it'll go down straight. And I'm going to put, I think I'm going to go for it. That's what I think is fun about these collaborations, is get you to try some new things. Do I want this on top of that? Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, I think I'll put this down first. Right about there. And I am going to use my Fabri-Tac glue for this. Oh, this is just, I'm really quite happy with this. I think this is adorable. And if you haven't gone and checked out all the videos, you need to do that. There's been some really fun ones. There's been collage. There's been, journal pockets, full-on journals. Just so many fun, neat things. And then I want to put this over top of that. And then I'll kind of put that right there. And then I also have these little bees. I have a die cut, and I think I might put a couple of these little bees on here. Yeah, I like that. I need a little more glue. And the size of this, I meant to tell you that at the beginning. This is, it's 6 inches by about 8 3/4, which is pretty much what I normally make my journal covers, or my journal, yeah, the size of my journals. Put that down there. Yeah, I think that's cute. This needs to come up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. How cute. And guys, I did not plan this. I'm just kind of winging it on the added decorations. Kind of seeing what's around me on my desk. Okay. But I like it so far. And I did have a little bit of this cheesecloth if I really need that behind there. It's kind of all smooshed up here. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's almost like a, reminds me of a fishing net like when you're at the ocean. I'm just going to put some glue. You can use your hot glue on here, or I think a white glue would work as well. And just put that right there. Nice. So whenever you're working with digitals, you know, remember that you don't have to just use the digital. If you have things in your stash, other fabric or paper, things like that, you know, look around and see what else might go with it. Glue stick might not have been the right thing to put on here. Goodness. There we go. Let's try a little less glue this time. And let me go with that like right there. Hello. Stick it to my fingers. Okay. That is darling. Okay, that's the first one that I'm going to do. So let me kind of clean this up, and I will then show you the next thing that I am going to make with these digitals. The second little idea that I want to share with you guys is this would be a journal page. And in my mind, I'm thinking that this would be this center of a signature. So when you turn to it, you can see this whole image since it is such a pretty image. And I printed this out from the Sounds of Summer, and then I printed this out from the Truly Blue kit and backed it. Now you could have just printed on the back of this page, but I went ahead and just printed out another page and just glued them together. You could also sew them together. So I am going to work on this. I have some yellow, so I'm continuing my yellow theme. And there are these butterflies. I don't know if y'all can see that in there. And then some flowers. And I thought it would be fun to put some butterflies on here. Just kind of hanging out, floating around. And I also cut out another sentiment. And this one is Summer is a State of Mind. And I might put that on here. And then I just backed it with some little blue paper from this page of the digital kit. And then also I'm going to ink around the edges to hide. Here I got it tore a little bit in my when I was trimming the white edges. So when I print out a digital, they usually have a white border, and I'll trim that off. You can have it print all the way borderless, but oftentimes it'll cut off some of the image. So that's kind of your preference of how you want to do that. So the little yellow butterflies, and then I pulled out a stencil that I might use, and I pulled out some stamps. These are from Hero Arts. These are some seashell stamps. I might use those. I have this little seal stamp. It's a vintage stamp. So I think I might use that for sure. The other thing I did is I took some of the images that were in the kit and I sent them to my Cricut because I hate fussy cutting. My regulars know that. And so it's so nice to be able to upload them into Cricut. And then I resized them so that they would kind of fit onto this page layout. And then I print them from my printer, and then my Cricut will cut them. And I left them on the mat just so I can kind of show you that. So let me peel off this paper here. And peel this off. Get that out of the way, and then you can see all the individual little images. Let me get my glasses on. Let me move this out of the way for just a minute. The way to peel these off your mat is to kind of fold the mat backwards, and then these will kind of peel off, and that way they don't curl on you. Because if you just rip them up off the mat, then they'll curl. So I want to try to keep them flat. And I don't have my little spatula. Cricut has a little tool to kind of help you get these off the mat, but I don't have that handy. So I'm just gonna do my best to use my finger. And I made these really small because I was wanting them to kind of go with the right scale of this page. There we go. They're so cute. So I thought the lighthouse, I might put that out here, like it's way far away, or maybe even over here. And then I have all these little seashells, and I have these two pelicans. Thought it might be fun to try to use one of them. That actually might look kind of cute there. I like that. And I don't know if this one will really work. I might cut, actually, I think I'll cut the wood off and just have it maybe sitting on a rock up there. But the Cricut does such a nice job cutting these off. Cutting these. And then, yeah, I might just do something like that. Or maybe even just down by the water's edge. Like that. And then the seashells. Yeah, there was, I forget the video. Shoot, I'll put it down below because I can't think of it right now. But this other channel, she did a really beautiful scene, and she actually cut into the paper to kind of tuck the seashells down into the sand, and I thought that was a really clever idea. And I think I might just kind of go with that. I like that a lot. I think that is darling. I do want to ink these up a little bit. And I think I might try the brushed corduroy. I don't think I want vintage photo. Oh, and I do need to put my sea lion on there. Let me ink these up a little bit. This is so stinking cute. And I think this would be so fun to have in a vacation journal, like if you're going to the beach. I have a journal that I made from our trip. We went to Hawaii, and I have a flip through on this channel, I believe. I'll try to remember to link that. I think I've done a flip through of it. But this would be so cute. And then you could add a photo or two. And I thought it would be fun to journal on the vellum. Like you could type it into the computer and then print out your journaling, and then you could put that down. And that way you can still see the pretty background, but you could have your journaling there. I mean, you could journal right on the paper if you wanted to. The other thing I did with this digital is I actually darkened it up a little bit because it was a really light, and I just wanted it to be a little bit darker, a little more intense. I think I've inked, I don't know if I did this one. Yeah, we didn't make it to a beach vacation this year. We did go to the beach when we were in LA, but we were only there for a couple hours, so. Oh, I didn't, let me ink this guy up. Not much, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna have my glue book here off to the side and use that to put some, put some glue on these. So just another fun way to use these kits. Another yellow I thought of was like yesteryear, and makes me think of the vacations when I was a little kid. We wouldn't go to the beach every year because some years we would go to the lake. But we always had fun. And I might want to save room down here for that. I might tuck that behind there. I was at the lake this past weekend, and I was thinking about what I wanted to do for this challenge, and it really, I'd had time to just kind of sit and appreciate just the nature there, the trees, and it was just lovely. It was a lovely weekend. I don't like that guy there. Put him back down here. Let's see, and then I guess I'll go ahead and glue this down. I did not do a very good job of cutting this out, so don't judge me, please. Like I said, I don't like to fussy cut, but I did the best I could do. That's so stinking cute, if I do say so myself. And then these, I believe, are stickers. And I don't think I want to ink these up. Let's see. I just love the little pop of yellow from the butterflies in here, because I didn't want it to be too literal. I want it to have a little fun too. And I might use one of these stencils too. I'm kind of keeping things out of the middle since this is going to fold. I mean, I guess since it's this going to be the center of a signature, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just kind of doing it that way. And then I want, where do I want the little seal? Let's see what he looks like. I haven't used him in a while. And I do want black. Let me grab my black. It's an oldie. It's getting there. think that will be pretty good. And yeah, I think I'm going to put him right here, kind of hanging a little bit off of the page. Very subtle, but that'll work. I could color that in with a little bit of ink pen later. Cute, very cute. And then I think I might do, there's a couple turtles on here, so I might do a little turtle action here. So, need a blending brush. And maybe I'll try a little bundled sage, see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's cute. So we'll get a little turtle down here. Oh, don't need this anymore. Cute. And then we'll do another turtle here. I'm just kind of going with it, folks. Love the turtles. So cute. And then, oh, that might be fun to do. Maybe one more out here. And I think I'll flip it so it's going the other direction. Just very subtle. And then I want to ink up around the edges too. And I think I'm going to do salty ocean. So just to give you another idea, fun layout for a journal page. And so that's a thing to remember is you can alter the color of your digitals by importing them into your photo app on your computer, and you can make them lighter, you can make them darker, change the brightness on them, change the tint. You can change it to black and white. So there's a lot of versatility when you purchase these digitals from folks. And then, you know, do I have a seagull? I would love to put a seagull up here, but I don't. Yeah, I will have to, that'll be one thing I'll come back. I don't have that handy, but I think adding some birds up here, kind of flying, would be a really cool final touch. So this is my second, my second little idea, along with the yellow Y of yellow, the yellow butterflies, and then yesteryear, thinking about all my vacations when I was little and we went to the beach. All right, let me clean all this up and we'll move on to number 3. My next idea is working with these digital kits and printing them on vellum. So you can see these tags here. I actually printed them on vellum, so you can see them here. And I just think it gives a different fun effect to have them printed out on vellum. But you can see they're pretty curly here. And what I thought might be fun, so these two, I glued them just down to some white cardstock. And then I printed out another digital And this digital is from the Truly Blue kit, and just cut out some other tags there. So I thought that these complemented each other nicely. I thought that was neat. And what I'm going to do for this one, though, I thought it might be different just to put this on the back of this tag. And since you really don't have a place to journal on this one, I am going to leave the side of this open. I'm going to give it a try and see if it'll work. And then that way you can tuck in some smaller tag or a smaller little journal card, and then you can have your journaling in there. And so we're going to give that a try. And then I have some yellow yarn that I'm going to use and add some little charms on here. So I think I'll try the glue stick on here and see how that works. I am going to go just around the top, the side, and the bottom, and then I'm going to leave one side open. See if that side will stay down or if it's going to curl up or not. And I'll probably have to do some trimming, as I'm sure these aren't exactly, they're actually pretty close, to do just a little trimming here. I think that's going to stay down, and then we'll have this little side pocket here. That'll be okay. I like that. That turned out very cute. Let me trim this up just a hair. And oh, the other trick when printing out digitals, so these in the file, they are a lot bigger than this. Right here, they are about 2.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall, but in the file they're twice as big. So when you go to print something, you can say I want 2 to a page or 4 to a page. It has to be an even number, and it'll automatically resize. So that's why I was able to print out 6 of these on one sheet of paper. So that's another little trick to you know, kind of get some more mileage out of your digitals. You can change the size of them and get more printed out per page. And then you can have some big tags and some little tags. And I have some other digitals that I printed out on vellum, and I'll show those to you here in a minute. I am just using Vintage Photo on these. Now I could kind of put a little notch out here so that people know that there is a pocket there. So that's something to think about. I am going to try, I don't think all of these will go through this punch, but I'm going to give it a try. And I think I'll do the bigger hole. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it worked. Sweet. I wanted to have the hole be the same. So aren't those adorable? I think those turned out really cute. And what I thought you could even, would even be fun, so this is where I'm going with these charms, is this would be fun to make a banner. Say you wanted to put a banner across a page, you could make these tags even smaller, and you could have them running, like take this page here. You could make these tags even smaller so you could fit more on a page, and you could have them strung across the top with the string. And then you can add these charms in here. I mean, you could do less. You could just do, you know, 3 of the larger ones if you wanted to, like that. And then you could have the journaling inside or the journaling on the back. I can get these charms through here. Isn't that cute? Love that. And I have, so that's a sand dollar. I have a seahorse, and I have, you know, what is that called? The wheel on a ship. And then I'm going to have this come through here. The other thing you could do is use a bulb pin. You could have bulb pins on each of these bulb pins and have the charms secured by the bulb pin. That's easy for me to say. There we go. So you can either spread them out, and you could either put a little bit of glue, or you could tie a little knot to keep these charms secure. And you could hang them on a page. I don't know if you can see that, but look how cute if you could make them even smaller, make the tags even smaller. But you could also just tie them up like this. And I'll add these other 2 on here. And then the last one here. And then you can tie them up. And you can add a paper clip. You can tie a knot or tie a bow. Oop. And then you could clip it to your journal page. And then you have all these fun little tags on your journal page. You can flip through them and you have your little charms dangling there. And then you can just flip right through them. And then you could take it off. So just something fun, using some yarn and some vellum to make these really pretty little tags. I think those are adorable. And then this one is a little side pocket. The other thing I have with vellum, so with these 3, instead of cutting them apart, I thought it would be fun to just make these into this cute little envelope or tag, I don't know, folio, folder, something like that. So I thought I would glue it down onto this coffee dyed paper, since it's looking a little yellowed, and glue these down here. And let's see if I can make this happen. Again, these are ideas, just really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And different ways to use these digitals. This down here as straight as I can. And then I'll trim around this. And I love the coffee dyed paper, kind of gives it a yellow, yellowish kind of hue to it. And isn't that adorable? And because there is a little bit of space here between the tags, you could poke holes here and sew in, well, probably not in both, well, I guess you could do it in both. Sew in a little signature and have some little pages in there. Wouldn't that be fun? So it could be a little mini journal. But super easy. Another fun way to use these tags. Ink this up. And then you have some space to journal in here. You can decorate it. You can add some of the other little ephemera pieces. You could stamp in here, stencil in here, all kinds of fun things. You could poke a hole if you wanted to attach it to something. All right, so that is doing something fun and different with these tags in the kit. And let me show you these other these other pages I printed on vellum, just so you can see. So here's another scene printed on vellum. I just think that's so pretty. And then here, this is from the Truly Blue kit. And to me, I think these are fun. You can just glue it into a page, you know, have it be a journal page. But I love the idea of cutting these down. You could make this into a small little envelope, or you could collage with these onto a master board. So you could have paper and vellum on your master board. So I think using vellum as well as paper gives you some good options. And I love these yellow roses on here, and this yellow bluebird with a little yellow. So just wanted to show you those real quick. All right, so let's wrap up. So we are finishing up the letter Y for the Bee Summer Inspired. So here is my first with the yellow journal cover, and I did a cutout using my Cricut. I'll have a video on that soon, so stick around if you want to see how to do that. I think that turned out so cute. That image is just darling. And then the next thing we did was a fun little center journal page, and we put this page on the back, but we did some yellow butterflies and then cut out and resized some of these digitals from the Sound of Summer kit, and then just a little stenciling and stamping on there. And then I am going to come back and add some seagulls up there. And then the last thing is these tags, and stringing them up on some yellow string. And you can either use a paper clip or a bulb pin. And I just love the idea of printing these out on vellum and then backing them on some white paper. And then here is taking the vellum and printing it back on some tea-dyed paper and giving it kind of that yellowish aged look. So thank you all so much for watching, and if you're new, I hope you subscribe. If you have any questions on anything, just leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have a favorite. Also, I'd love to hear from you. And again, RachandBella, thank you so much for including me in this. It was so fun, and I loved getting all the inspiration from all the other YouTubers as well, and I'll have those down below. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye.